put the legend on the mic, the most talented white boy on the scene right now, Bo Burnham. But this is your guy, so I'll let you talk about him.
Yeah, I mean, Bo hit something that I think really relates to the topic that's on the forefront of everybody's mind this morning, and will be all week, and will
No,
be
no,
for
no,
future.
no. Nothing happened this week. We just had a regular Monday night game. Everything's
Oh, okay.
cool. Like, right? I don't think anything was talked about on
So
Monday
I
night
have
other
officially lost
than
my. Thank God. Okay, I was, I
yeah.
was, I was really hoping
I
it's
just
finally gone off the deep end, and I was
I
making
thought
things
we
up in my
were
head. So
I thought we were just talking about Monday night and football. We're going to talk about obviously fantasy because week 7 everybody's fucked. But nothing really happened this week, right?
I mean, you're not going to acknowledge the greatest play of all time that happened Monday.
I forgot. It's what everybody does every time. The misdirection.
The
We
misdirection play. It was
welcome to Face of the
well executed,
Franchise,
NFL.
everyone.
Great fucking job.
Wait, welcome Face of the Franchise listeners.
Could
For
you
those
sense
who
my
don't know us,
sarcasm? Could you
huh?
sense my sarcasm? Like,
I
go
think
ahead.
everybody
You,
knows.
I'm going to go off. Go
Let
ahead.
me we're going to let you go off, but let me just
Set the
tell
scene.
people who
Set
are
the
new to
scene.
the
Set the
show, this is the Face of the Franchise. I am your host, the Michael Farrow Shanuti, and that to my front right now is the boy who knows everything about misdirection, the Joey Little Joe Udorian. Little Joe, listen, I love misdirection plays. I really do. In fantasy football, in Madden, they usually win me championships and those different things. But in this situation, this misdirection play has come. I'll let you go because this is going to be like new norm. I mean, everybody knows we ran about different things, but this is a big topic. And even though I have my opinions on it, obviously, you have your bigger opinions on it. So I'm gonna wind you up and let you go. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah, well, the toy is pretty fucking wound up, dude. And you notice
Oh
we didn't
yeah,
really start the show with a
Jack in a
stupid ass
box.
bit. We didn't
No,
start the show with some nonsense, us arguing back and forth. None of
no,
that. Because this is
no.
something that's really near and dear to my heart, man, and that is really
Later, later in the show. Later in the show.
shenanigans to come, circus to come. Don't worry for everyone that came to see the circus. The circus will be here later on, just like every week. But right
Don't
now,
worry, we'll get the flipping fucking aerodynamics, clowns, elephants, all this shit. Right now, we gotta talk about the biggest elephant in the room.
yeah, man, and so let's go ahead and just get to it. So obviously, Dan Snyder went ahead and pulled off, and Roger Goodell went ahead and pulled off one of the greatest misdirection plays of all time. Yes, Gruden got what he deserved. At no point am I making any light or saying Gruden did not get what he deserved. He should have gotten all that and more. It's disgusting. I don't know why it's so hard for matcha alpha dog meathead idiots to go ahead and treat people like equals and treat people like a human being. It's not that fucking hard. It's fucking common sense. Kindness goes such a long way, and it creates situations like this when you don't have kindness. This is why Twitter is the angry cosm of just toxic energy it is. And boy, howdy, were they going crazy this morning. Boy, howdy, were they going crazy yesterday, nude. And there was some good points involved there. I think there was, again, this is clearly a cover up for Dan Snyder's investigation that he's been going through the last 10 months. The NFL is refusing to go ahead and release all of those emails. They basically gave the cookie crumbles they needed to put the sacrifice on the table. That's all they did. The rest is going to be limited because not only do we know, and this is the most obvious glaring thing, would it affect Dan Snyder, but it would affect Roger Goodell and the whole entire
All
league.
right,
I'm
all right.
hoping and praying that there's some sort of suave journalist, that the NFLPA puts enough pressure to get these emails released. Um, I'm getting a little choked up, man. It's rare that I'm at a loss for words because it truly is so fucking devastating for a team that you were raised on, part of your family, who you are, is your identity, to continue to operate in this way. And whatever, you can call me Joe, you're being a little dramatic. I don't think I fucking am. This
No,
is This is something that is really near and dear, and everybody else that is a Washington football team name to be determined later date, probably not fan, should 100% be on the same page with me here. You guys should be discussing. I think we all are, from everybody and my friends and Washington football team insiders I've been talking to this morning. It's pretty general consensus. A quote I want to read, and then I'm done fucking talking about this. It's a great quote from the Washington Post this morning.
Go ahead.
Dude, Gruden's free fall, though deserved, should also be recognized. And so we did get this credit to the Washington Post for credit's due. We recognize as one of the all-time misdirection plays in league history. The disgraced coach is collateral damage for a 10-month investigation that validated reports of Washington's culture of sexual and verbal harassment of female employees under the stewardship and complete direction of owner Dan Snyder. Again, I'm not going to speak much more on this, man. It's obviously no fucking bit here. This is just fucking disgusting, and this mafia-esque, powerful culture that's our government's essentially run the same fucking way. Sacrifice when you need to sacrifice. Cover up, cover up, cover up. More money on the table. The fucking check talks. I sent you another tweet that I think was pretty good that you can read if you want to, Nude. But the person who is cashing the checks is going to win every single time in this current system that we are in America.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know what Joey's talking about, we're talking about the John Gruden emails where he used basically, I'm going to use what Adam Schefter said. He did a clean sweep. He was very misogynistic. He was very homophobic. He was racist. He did all these different things.
Did Schefter come out and address Did Schefter make a statement? Did I miss that?
Yeah, that was on Monday night. He said it. He said it yesterday during the game, or two nights ago. Sorry, it's Wednesday. What I really want to talk about, I'll talk about it twofolds. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you told me there was a racist coach in the NFL, my first guess would probably be John Gruden. Like I cannot say it enough. I thought John Gruden was absolutely underqualified as a coach from the very beginning with the Tampa Bay Bucks, from when he was with the Raiders. He did okay. Like he did enough for people to garner him and say, "Oh, he's good." But he won a Super Bowl with Tony Dungy's team. I don't want to hear anything else. I agree with that. He is also a guy who I could say all this shit. He's a macho guy. He's from an old school era where you put people down and doing all these different things. Great. Good riddance. Whatever. Fuck him. Now, for the biggest thing, for what you said. This is a way of Dan Snyder saying, hey, you guys are coming after me, but what about him? What about him? What about him? What about him? So 100%, I think it was somebody in the Washington football team organization who let the emails out, who said, fuck this. This is not right. John Gruden's over here being racist, blah, 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 this and that. And forget about us. Well, all we did was harass women. All we did was say, oh, nice tits. That's all we said. I'm not trying to make it a bit. I'm just being honest. Like, there's a lot of different things in this that shows to people, I'm sorry, and I hate to come off this way, but it shouldn't be surprising. It shouldn't be surprising. The NFL executive office, from the owners to whatever you want to say.
And for the record, and I know you know this, but for everybody listening, for the record, I'm not surprised. I'm just disheartened and continually disappointed after 2 decades of loving this team with all my heart and soul.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah. Damn near 3.
How are you going to... You're going to put somebody's emails out there. Great. Now put out your emails. Let's see what you wrote about women. Let's see what you wrote about the LGBT community. Let's see what you wrote about African Americans, Mexicans, anything like that. You want to put somebody down? Take out John Gruden. Fine. Now it's your turn. NFLPA, I hope these emails show you something to say your whole situation is a boys club. And I hate to say it like that in the sense of these are just rich white dudes.
You don't mean NFLPA, by the way. You mean the NFL, NFLPA Players Association. Just to clarify. Oh, Nude. Technical difficulties. I don't know what's going on your side, Nude, but I lost you.
Who's listened to this podcast knows this, but not once have I said something about that man's character the way that John Gruden said it, or the way that Dan Snyder proposed it, or Bruce Allen. None of that shit. Fuck no. Because that is rude. That's disrespectful to a community that doesn't deserve that hate, that doesn't deserve that. It's just inexcusable, especially in people in higher power positions where you have to deal with people in that situation. How many people in the NFL are part of the LGBT community? Forget Caleb Nassib, the football player. That's fine. That's one guy who's a football player. How many people are working in the front office? How many people are staffed by you? How many people are doing those things? You are not just hurting Nassib. You're not just hurting Michael Sands. You're hurting them. Right. And you're hurting the African American community in a league that is 75% black. 75% black. Like, it's not a white man's game. You know, like, it's really not. It's everybody's game. You should treat it as such, and that's it. And for the Washington football team, I hope and I pray. And I know a lot of fans are asking for it, and I'm glad that the fans are asking for it because they need Schneider out, like they wanted Bruce Allen out. They want the emails out to get him out and get. I mean, people are saying Bezos. People are saying this and that. Whatever. I mean, time for new ownership, man. They did it with Donald Sterling in fucking L.A. They did it in MLB, if I'm not mistaken. They did it with the Panthers, with the guy who said something about the women's jeans and shit like that. Like, it's time for change in Washington, D.C. because now, great, you got Gruden out. Congratulations. It's your turn now, Washington. I'm sorry. That's how it is. That's how it goes. And Joey, I feel for you, dude. Because if this was the Pittsburgh Steelers, I'd be on Twitter. I'd be on Facebook. I know it doesn't do shit, but I'd be pressuring people's asses to get ownership out of there if they were doing the same exact nonsense that we've been seeing now. So.
Yeah, man, and just to expand on one final point, we'll move on. Is one thing we all have to remember is these owners are the bosses of Roger Goodell, right? So
exactly.
We have to remember that people often want to forget that it's not just a Roger Goodell tyranny. Well, yes, he is not perfect. He's essentially their puppet, their robot that they go ahead and they send out to do their
South Park reference. South Park reference.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, good pull. Exactly.
I'm just trying to lighten up the mood a little bit. There you go.
Yes, yeah. I knew what I was making there. Exactly. They showed on South Park. Great episode. But to kind of finalize and put a button on it, what I think it's 31 out of 32 of these owners are old white men, correct?
Yes.
I believe there's one black owner. Is that correct?
There's one black owner and a couple of women.
Okay. So but the majority of these are old white men with old school values that have not changed, that have not adapted, that don't understand, that not only are their views and their perspectives outdated, but they've always been wrong and they've always should have been outdated. It's, again, like I said from the top here, it's common sense to treat people with kindness and as equals. You don't know what that person's been through. You don't know who they are, what kind of situation they've been in, how they were raised, what kind of mental disorder. You don't know. So
right.
I think it's common sense and it's common courtesy to treat everybody kind and as equals until they have shown better. Dan Snyder has not shown better. John Gruden definitely did not show better. All the NFL has not shown better, and it's only continuing winning when you have other distractions. When you let Scheffner become a distraction in this, you let Rovell become a distraction in this.
Oh my god, dude!
None of these should be the focus of what's happening here.
The ricochet shots, man, it is just unbelievable. And it's kind of like when you were a kid, when the teacher would be like, no, don't look over here, don't look at here, focus. That's kind of what the NFL fans are telling the NFLPA. It's like, focus, dude. Or Roger Goodell, or you could do it the reverse. The teacher is the Washington football team, and Goodell is the kid. It's like, oh, no, don't look over here.
Right.
We're fucking over here. Look over here where there's racism and blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, fuck off. Honestly, Joey, half of mine to go to Landover right now and talk about it. It's fucking unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
release the tapes. Release the tapes and the emails.
Release the emails, man. Release the fucking emails. I can't believe we're going through this. How history repeats itself too. It's fucking sad. It's fucking tragic, man.
And my last point before we can move on. If you guys think the Washington football team is the only team that's going through this, think again. So that's all I'm going to leave it at that. Your team could be doing it too. I said the Steelers. Steelers could be doing it. But at the same time, it's like, we got to find change somewhere. But continue. Sorry.
Yeah, and hopefully we do, but it sometimes seems, like it doesn't want to, it won't happen. Everyone's going to stay in their pockets and their corners. No one can be open to somebody else's opinion anymore. Don't let me get started. This isn't free therapy. I'm not on.
All right, let's go, baby.
Week 6. We got week 6 coming up. We had week 5 go down. All the dramatics of its own. What do we got? Josh, what happened, maybe? What happened, babe?
We missed the show last week. It's fine. Sometimes we need a break, and things are good with Joey and me. Thank you guys for seeing my posts and everything. Thank you guys for all who reached out to Joey. I know a couple of you did, so we appreciate it. Face of the franchise wouldn't be where it is without you guys today, and we continue to do so. And that's something I wanted to. I know we said the big topic was Gruden, but we had our own personal stuff, and we thank you guys, and we're going to be here as much as we can. 18 weeks is a lot to ask from us to be consistent.
A lot to ask for me, but yeah. let's be honest.
But we'll be here. So
we will.
Since we missed last week, the biggest news was Josh Gordon's back in the league. He signs with the Kansas City Chiefs. That was kind of a big deal last week, as well as this Gruden news. We'll get into injuries, and we will get into kind of like the different stuff when fantasy, like the fantasy corner and all that, and the gambling corner, because that's kind of been the biggest news so far. I know there's not been too crazy things. Like, I know the news of like, where teams aren't, who's this, who's that. We'll get to that. So Josh Gordon, congratulations, you made it back in the league. Weed is now legal, so hopefully he won't never get suspended. He did all
go
right.
Back to the hard stuff, baby. No more lean, no more none of that, man. Just stay focused out here. Smoke your joint in the evening. Go to bed early. Get up for practice. Do it all over again, baby. You'll be all right.
So yeah, I mean, congratulations to him. So we'll go straight into.
I mean, if I'm gonna say one quick point on Josh Gordon is,
go ahead.
It's like any other drug addict, right? Like the biggest thing with drug addicts, and I know I talk a lot about that on the show, where it's this time I'm going to do it. This time it's going to happen. This time I need to see it now at this point with Josh Gordon to believe it. I hope he's doing well. They say he's healthy. They say he's in a good mindset. They said that 2 years ago. They said that 4 years ago. They said that 5 years ago. So I'm hoping and praying, Josh Gordon, you finally just calm that light down a little bit in your head and shine it in the right direction, man.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we see it. I mean, we did talk about the Raiders. They do have two of the poster boys for addicts who changed their life in Waller and Max Crosby. So it is doable. So we will get into our surprises, our disappointments, and our games of the week. Which one do you want to start with, Joe? Huh?
You got there, baby. Slowly but surely, you got there. I'm proud of you.
It's hurt. My brain is hurting a little bit, just a bit.
Well, I'll pick us up because it does remind me of your Steelers. You slowly but surely, maybe you're getting there. Probably not. Their brains are definitely a lot of it.
You want me to say I'm back? The Steelers are back to me. They won a game. They have.
I'm not hang up the Skype, man.
The Bengals, the Browns lost. The Ravens should have lost.
By the way, the only podcast recorded on Skype. Only podcast in the world recorded on Skype, baby.
I hate that I'm back, but I'm fucking back because I looked at the schedule. We have Geno Smith this week. We're going to be 500. We're going to go to a bye week, and then we're going to come out of it. We're going to beat the Browns, and we're going to go back to fucking, oh my fuck. Let me just die. Why can't I just die? Like, I can't, like, I want to bury them, but they always find a way to fucking
This is the second week in a row you've asked for your death.
Oh my God. I don't understand.
Maybe it's more we should start phrasing it as the death of your fandom. Are you considering giving up your Steelers fandom?
Man.
Here's what I want to propose. Okay? Hear me out. Listen, you've been through a lot.
Najee looks good. Najee looks great. The offense looked amazing. What the fuck?
Here's my proposal. I think for your mental health and your clarity, and let's be honest, for your girlfriend's mental health and clarity and your relationship,
she doesn't do jack. She likes watching me fucking freak the fuck out. She doesn't like it, but like at the same time, she understands. She understands. Like this is all I want to say, Joey. The only problem I had this week, the only problem I had with them this week was they let the Broncos come back. That's obviously the only problem. Everything else looked fucking terrific. Like, the offense looked good. Najee ran the ball well. Fucking the defense played lights out. TJ was in the backfield. Like, I know it was the Broncos, but, like, you know when you feel like it's just, like, it's a matter of time when everything clicks? Like, that's what I felt this fucking, like, this game. And then this week is Geno. Like, it's like, Geno's going to rip my heart out. I know it. I just know it, but you know it's Geno,
you
and you're just
even
like
set up your heart to love.
Like
Geno.
fuck.
My proposal is this: if they get less than 6 wins, they get less than 6 wins, you have to give up your fandom for your mental health, for your clarity.
No.
The fandom is dead.
Stop. No. That is a bet.
Never that.
No.
Never that.
If you had a gun. Too much. If you had
no, not at all. Stay with the dark next. I'm going to bring up a dark bit too. It's fine. Go ahead.
If you had $1 million, if you gave me $1 million, it's like you have to be a fan of any other team.
You think we've been going a little too heavy on the darkness this episode?
I mean, I was about to say.
I think we could add some more dark.
If you had held a gun to somebody that I loved, I was like, Jesus, no, I can't do it. Like, obviously, I'm gonna pick the person I love, but like at the same time, it's close. Like, it's close.
It's
like,
a toxic relationship. I mean, I feel the same with my team. I 100% feel.
You can't quit them. Like, you love this team. You've seen the good times. You've seen the bad times. You cried. You cheered. You laughed.
I haven't seen the good times, but yeah.
And the whole no.
You've seen good times.
This whole thing. This is the whole worst thing. This is the worst part of the whole fucking thing. And I know you've seen it. I know
What's that worst part of the whole fucking thing? Break it down for me.
Aaron Rodgers is playing fucking tease my G's, man. Aaron Rodgers is playing tease my fucking G's. He is fucking teasing these balls so fucking hard. He is saying, I want to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. It's such a, he knows he has us. He knows he has us in the palm of his hands. He knows he's like, Tomlin, come get me. Colbert, come get me. I hate Green Bay. I love Pat McAfee show. I love doing this.
Blowing little kisses, little flirty chats.
Oh my God, Joey. The amount,
maybe a little snap on Snapchat.
the first time it happened, I was like, all right, that's fine. It's Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers. He's being charismatic. And he kept going and going and going. And then this week, unprompted, says, I wish we had blue-collar guys like they do in Pittsburgh. I'm irate. I'm fucking irate. Like, either say you want to come or don't. Do not do this all fucking season, all off-season.
How many times has this team blue-balled you at this point? Would you just say in general? Like, whether it is Aaron currently blue-balling you, and because of your love of the team, henceforth the Steelers are blue-balling you, maybe, the Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell situations back in the day, not drafting Deshaun Watson, which I know you've claimed many times.
No, that's not
despite the allegations, right?
Not drafting. We didn't have a chance to draft him. It's not blue-balling. It's not blue-balling because I expected this team to not be that good, which at this moment they're a little bit better than what I thought, and it's fine. Like, they're 2-3, they could be 3-3, they could be 4-3 next week after the bye week. We'll see. But it's this Aaron Rodgers thing that if you take Aaron Rodgers and you put him on the Pittsburgh Steelers, I mean, like, how? Name me a better team. Like, I like, the defense is phenomenal.
It's pretty fucking scary, man.
The offense, whether you hate the TikTok boys or not, Deontay Johnson is playing lights out. Najee is unbelievable.
122 yards, 5.3 yards carry, 23 carries to touchdown, man. Back to 3 weeks in a row with 100 yards. It's impressive. The hype. He is not CEHing us whatsoever. He's living to that hype.
I apologize to everything. I know I was defending James Conner left and right. I mean, it had to be because, like, he's a cancer survivor. He did.
Speaking of addictions, you were a James Conner addict. Is that fair to say?
I love the story. How can you not? Dude
it's
played in Pittsburgh. playing in Pittsburgh, got drafted by the Steelers. Le'Veon did his Le'Veon thing. He had a great year, became a Pro Bowler. You had to, that was an all-cost guy. Like, he's doing well, and that's the thing. Credit to him. He's doing well in Arizona, and he didn't leave on bad terms. It just didn't happen. Great for him. And I'll do the same with Juju. When Juju leaves, even though the whole TikTok shit, blah, 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 because Juju won't leave this year. Next year, he'll leave the year after that because of the whole contract thing, because he'll want money. And we don't pay wide receivers, as you could tell. Yeah. And so it happens. And that's my rant.
And the year after, you're going to lose Chase, and then, you're going to start all over again.
It's the same shit. It's the only people staying is the defense and Najee, and that's it.
But you can say that at least your team has had good times. You have felt good times. You understand what good times feel like. I am a baseball fan, so I guess I do understand from a certain perspective what good times feel like. Thank you, Washington Nationals. But I certainly don't know what good times feel like with a football team. I mean, I got blue balls a little bit with RG3 back in 2012, and that's about it. Listen, man. Our defense is good. Our defense isn't good. I said this last week, I'll say it again. Every year I get excited, I allow myself to get hyped up. The same sort of thing happens. We get let fucking down. I mean, I don't care. Jameis Winston looked terrible, and he still dropped 33 points. That was easily a game where he faced any other defense. That was a classic 5-interception Winston game. Instead, he ended up having a pretty damn good day, 4 touchdowns and only 1 interception, throwing 50%. But still, I mean, it's 279 yards. It's just
right.
I just don't know what to say anymore, man. This team, I'm back to just being the indifferent fan. I really am.
So
I'm here. I'm going to watch every game. I love you to death, but you've hurt me so much to where I'm numb to it now. I'm immune to it. Even when I get my hopes up for a brief moment, it's like, okay, fine. All right. I mean, not to mention we have the worst PR of all time, and nothing is ever going to change until the little piece of shit goes to hell, and we have a new owner. But anyway.
Yeah. So somebody said it perfectly. Last year, you guys, the defense was so good that if you had a team that scored 20 to 25 points, you guys would have won a lot of games. You did. You guys won your division, but you would have won more.
I said that last year. I said that plenty of times last year. 100%.
So guess what happened this year? You have an offense that actually is scoring. Credit to Heineke. He's doing as best as he can. He's scoring.
Yeah.
Stop a nosebleed. And you guys bring Kansas City in this week.
It's got gusto.
Prediction. It's probably going to be the highest scoring game in the week. Like, you guys are going to. Their defense is as bad as your defense. And with Gibson, hopefully Gibson is healthy, McLaurin is healthy, Heineke is healthy, and on their side, Kelsey, Hill, Mahomes, it is going to be the highest scoring game of the week, because you guys could. Both have their problems on defense, but Christ, it's bad, Joey. It's bad. And I'm not sugarcoating it, because
thank you. Very aware we're falling apart at the seams.
Because the years we had AB and Bell, everybody's asking, well, why did you guys win a Super Bowl? Well, our defense wasn't the defense you see now. The defense is what you guys have. They let people run wild. Chris Hogan beat us by 200 yards. Chris Hogan, 200 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. I
always knew he was a threat.
Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. That's where I see you guys now. Is you have offensive weapons, but the defense needs to step it up a little bit.
They need to step it up a whole lot of bit. We look like a college defense right now at this point. With all due respect, I know that's going to piss some people off, but it is what it is. We can't make adjustments. You can run it down our throats. You can throw for 400 yards on us. It doesn't fucking matter. I do think this will be the highest scoring game of the week, and I don't think it's going to be because the Washington football team puts up any points for that matter. In fact, the Chiefs defense is my star of the week. I will explain that. I know they are in shambles themselves, but I will explain that. I'm cold-hearted to the Washington football team at this point, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I know that's going to piss a lot of people off, but sorry.
Well, that is our rants on our teams. Do you want to go? You want to go to the games of the week, or let's start with the surprises. I like the surprises.
Let's start with surprises. Sure.
All right. You want me to start, or you should start?
You go with the Bears and Raiders, baby. Tell us about your surprise of the week.
All right, so Bears and Raiders. Okay, besides what happened after the game,
Focus on that game, people.
during the game, I'm surprised. Everybody wrote off the Bears in a sense of like they suck, they can't do this. Matt Nagy, he's still an idiot.
Killed a couple parlays for me, man. Killed a couple parlays for me.
Let's not give this man Nagy a pass. He's still an idiot. He just had a little bit better of a playbook this week for Justin Fields, and Justin Fields took advantage. Williams looks like a great plug-in for Montgomery. They actually have this Herbert kid that's out of nowhere who's looking really great.
Khalil Herbert looks fantastic, yeah.
Looking great, looking awesome. And the offense looks sound. Like, the offense looked great. The defense we didn't need to really talk about. They kept them in check. Now, why it's a two-part surprise is because the Raiders, everybody's darling after they beat the Steelers, beat the Ravens, only lost by a few points here, or had a
lost to a few points by the Chargers.
Chargers. Yeah. Cardiac win against the Miami Dolphins. Ooh, like they can beat adversity. No. They look bad. They don't look good. And they forgot who their real weapon is in Darren Waller. I'm not saying this because he's on like a lot of my fantasy teams, but you should start targeting Darren Waller a little bit more if you want to win. I just didn't understand, like, their defense kind of went backwards. Their offense kind of went backwards. Like, it's kind of funny how their stats also mirror how Josh Jacobs does. Like, if Josh Jacobs does really well, they win. If he does bad, they lose. Like, it's 100% of the time. Like, it's a weird stat. So, but credit to the Bears for going in.
He still had 2 tugs this past week.
He had a touchdown. He had the only touchdown for the Raiders. So, it's kind of funny how one team we had a darling for, and then another team we were like calling for the coach's head. They go at each other, and that team was a hungry dog, and it won. And credit to the Bears, like they're keeping pace now. That was a crucial win in their division. Not saying that they'll catch the Packers, but in the grand scheme of things, they needed a win, and they got it. And the Raiders now, with this whole locker room shit and this loss, and they're 3-2. I mean, we'll see where they go from here. That's why that's my surprise game.
How much of it do you think was Mike Mayock coming up to Gruden going like, hey, man, this is probably going to be your last one, coach your ass off? How much do you think it was, and that just fucked with him? How much do you think it was that? How much do you think? I mean, clearly, this is what this Raiders team was last year, where they were very up and down and stagnant, and you didn't know what Raiders team they're going to be each week. I get all that. Justin Fields, finally did have a game plan that was drawn up for you, and you look great. Shout out to you. Credit where credit's due. Both, Herbert and Williams looked fantastic in lieu of Montgomery. And that wide receiving core had a great day, as well as that defense did what I think they're capable of. And I think a lot of people are writing off the Bears defense more than they should, too, as this is still a pretty damn good defense. Everyone's willing to say, oh, Bears defense of old, yada, yada, yada. But with all that being said, how much do you think of it was Gruden knew going into this game this was his last game?
I'm going to go with probably not. I'm going to say it's a 60-40. I think Mayock was going to hold out and see what the emails actually said, which in turn kind of went that way. So, I mean, good thing.
Or maybe even it was just a distraction because he knew it was looming over him, right? And maybe some people in the team kind of smelled what was going on. That was just a distraction as a whole. Or is that just an easy scapegoat for the Raiders playing like shit?
I think it's a scapegoat. I think the Raiders are regressing, and I don't know if it's because of this, but they're regressing.
It was a big part of that's what they've done under Gruden's watch, man, is they look really, really good. Like they could be the best team in the league one week. And then next week they went ahead, they go and look like the worst team in the league. And they did a good job, I think, of kind of putting up those putting up those walls and putting on that face and really tricking us all and thinking they were the darling of the league. And I think they're showing their little bit more of their true colors. It's a long 18-week season, right, Nude? So again, the true colors are going to get revealed more than ever before, and I think they put on a good face mask for about 4 or 5 weeks. But I'm with you. I think this is. I mean, obviously, with everything else going on, we're going to see just the dumpster fire only expand there in Las Vegas slowly but surely.
Exactly. So we'll see where Las Vegas goes. I mean, it is. We do have an extra game, so who knows? We'll see what happens.
My surprise of the week was the Colts versus the Ravens. Now, obviously, the Colts did lose, but goddamn, did Carson put a sock in a lot of our mouths this week. We saw Carson of his first year of the Eagles. He looked confident. He looked good. Great decision making. Jonathan Taylor, maybe not the best game he's had, but again, had the long in terms of rushing, but the obviously shows that he can be part of that passing game finally as well. I think it took a little time for them to finally start getting this man involved. I'm really excited for that overall. They look great. You're facing a pretty tough team. Well, a hell of a game as well, Nude. It was definitely an ending that is just satisfying overall, and we finally have an official crowning. I think you have to say it, of Lamar Jackson. Congratulations, Lamar Jackson, best QB in the league. You are a quarterback. You are a quarterback that threw 37 completions out of 43 attempts. And 4 rounds. Way to go, you quarterback. Way to go, you. I'm very proud of you. Obviously, the greatest quarterback in the league. Oh, how the great have fallen. Dude, how are you? This is probably why your brain's hurting today. How are you falling with the reeling that Patrick Mahomes is officially dethroned? I was officially correct.
No, he's not.
I was right all along.
Congratulations.
This podcast. And Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback.
He beat a high school fucking football team's defense. The secondary was terrible.
Team's defense. I don't know what you mean.
Are you
That's a professional?
I'm not even comment about how you flip flop more than the fucking people on Donald Trump.
And everybody can ignore my
you're flip flop.
Everybody can ignore my pickup later in the show as well that I may have going against the Colts secondary because it's so bad. Everyone can ignore that pick later.
Philadelphia.
That I have, but
Philadelphia.
First of all, don't you disgrace Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You don't even deserve the show. First of all, Five Holders got so many things incorrect about that show. I was going to comment. Five Holders was a mess. They clearly don't know they're Always Sunny. That's right. I'm calling these out too. I'm calling everybody out.
You're done.
You're trash. Your takes on Always Sunny are trash. Everything about you is trash.
All right. So fallacies. First of all, you jumped off the Lamar bandwagon. So number one. Number two.
Sorry, what? Do you have proof of that? Do you have proof of that?
Yeah, I mean, go listen to past shows. Number two.
Do it.
Shit, whatever the fuck his name is, Hot Rod, fucking gave that game away. Congratulations. You wanted to be a hero, play through a hip injury, missed 70 kicks. Jesus Christ on the
Hey, that's my doppelganger. Hey, that's my doppelganger. Slow down.
That's why he sucks. That's why he sucks. Number three.
He's the shit. Hey, he made 35 in a row before missing 2 game winners, okay?
That Colts secondary was made out of fucking paper mache.
And you probably love him. Second note, you probably love him. Rodrigo Blankenship.
Hold on.
He won you a game this time. He won you a game.
He won me shit. Oh, yeah. He won me because the other guy played him. Congratulations.
He won you a game.
Oh, number two.
Okay, he made those field goals. You have a loss.
I'd rather lose in fantasy than watch the Ravens win. I want you to know that. Number three, and I want to get this out. I have never seen so many wide open fucking receivers in my goddamn life. This is more on the Colts than it is the Ravens. I hate to say it. I'm not trying to be an ass. Congratulations, Lamar. You did what you did because you had to do it, and it was a good game. But there's no way on God's green fucking earth you were missing those wide open receivers. Like, if you miss those wide receivers, you have embodied the running back position. Congratulations. Number two, you bring up Patrick Mahomes. Man is like somebody said, he's addicted to the Sports Center. He's addicted to the Sports Center top 10 plays. If the man just passes normally, we wouldn't even have this conversation. He's still Gucci. It's fine. The Chargers are up in the air. They're 2-4. It's not the end of the world. They're fine. Listen, I say that about them, but when the Steelers are 2-3, I'm fucking irate. But 2-3, they're fine. Patrick Mahomes is gonna be fine. Congratulations, Lamar Jackson. Woo! You got your third time you went over 300 yards passing. When the league gets 300 passing all the time, I'm pretty sure at one point Blake Bortles had 300 yards passing. So David Mills had 300 yards passing.
He'll probably do that again. Also, you'll see later in the show through an explanation. With that being With that being said, man, I'm gonna wrap it up with this so we can go ahead and move to our disappointment. I know that the show's supposed to be only an hour. You got somewhere to be at 7, and we are definitely not gonna hit that at this point. So with that being said, I'm gonna move it along and say that I will just go ahead and serve you tomorrow. I will see you in court for defamation of character. I will be suing you. You've told a lot of lies, fallacies, and you're trying to claim that I somehow was off the Lamar train, which is just fucking insane. Go back and watch the past shows. I never said that. I dare you. Do it. Everybody go ahead and do it. Never said it. False lies.
You did it.
You disappointed me with that statement, so I'll let you go. What is your
sucks? Kind of sucks. My co-host can't admit the truth. Kind of sucks.
I mean, I'm always honest, humble, man of character, man of high honor and integrity. Joseph.
God forbid.
Thomas.
God forbid. God forbid I get in trouble and this guy is my witness. Jeez, I'd be fucked.
Speaking of disappointing, speaking of your disappointments, my partner, somewhat, aka the co-host right below me, what was your disappointment of the week?
So disappointment because you want to bring him up. You want to bring him up. Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Everybody's darling.
Who's your disappointment?
So the Bills are good. Bills are great. Whatever happened with the Steelers week 1 was a fluke. They proved it time and time now. Don't want to hear it anymore. So number 2, the Chiefs are reeling. The defense is as bad as the Washington defense. I'm not trying to make that as a joke, but it's true. They are leaking out wide receivers, tight ends all over the goddamn place. Even if they had a good running back to even have, they can't run the ball because they're down by 20 every time. Because if Patrick Mahomes gets off the field once in a while, the other team's going to score. So at the same time, it's really ridiculous what's happening. It's really kind of ridiculous, and it proves to everybody in this world that defense does win championships, and you need some sort of defense. You can't have Patrick Mahomes win you every single fucking game. Give the guys some help on defense, like Chris Jones, Frank Clark, Tyrann Matthew. You guys are all pro players. Fucking do something. Help this fucker out. He can't score every touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you on 100. I'll go on the defense first, and then we can go on both Mr. Constant Disappointments. I'm talking to Mr. Constant Disappointment, and also we're talking about the other Mr. Constant.
Because the running back has 3 good games.
Man, you are flustered, discombobulated. Drink some water. Settle down.
You got to talk about. You got this running back that has 3 touchdowns. Get the fuck out of here. They're better than your team. Hey, that is funny as shit that you said.
I heard some rumors.
You out of Washington
Gruden Allen emails.
Oh my God, you and the Washington football team.
This is a rumor. I don't know. Everyone's a suspect, but that's what I heard.
Right.
Listen. First of all, Kansas City Chiefs. Name some people for you. You know, let's get on a positive page here. Name some people for you because this is Face of the Franchise Safety Podcast. Safety First Podcast. Give me some great safeties in the league right now. Who are some great safeties for you?
We got Simmons. We got Bates. We got Fitzpatrick. Jamal Adams sucks dick. Buda Baker.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. All these. There's a lot of great legends. And listen, I'm not about to talk about Honey Badger. I'm not going to knock Honey Badger whatsoever. But there is somebody that we're going to do the classic Joe and New could fill in for, and that is Daniel Swarson. If you actually go and watch what that man is doing, he doesn't understand what his job is as a safety in the NFL. He does not understand what a free safety does. He does not understand that he is the last line of defense because apparently he thinks that he's never going to be needed as that last line of defense. He has given up more big plays, more points to than any other defensive player on the Chiefs defense, period. It is just disgusting. I couldn't think of a silly metaphor in time. Oh, well, I'm hungry. My brain's a little hurting too. I'm reeling for my team. But with that being said, this man needs to be fired from the NFL immediately. That's all I have to say. Bills,
immediately.
Credit where credit's due.
Right,
you guys
now.
Right now. Literally cut him today. I will come up. I will move to Kansas City in a heartbeat. Give me a contract. I got y'all. I at least understand the definition of what a free safety is supposed to do. Besides that, not talking on this game too long. Bills, you look fantastic. Patrick, again, you're clearly second-tier quarterback. Josh Allen, you're the second best quarterback in the league at this point. Good for you, buddy. You continue to kill it. You're not talked about enough. I don't know why. Nobody's going to give you and Diggs love. They just don't want to. I understand Diggs is struggling fantasy-wise right now, but he's still one of the best, if not the best receiver. One of the best receivers in the league. So shout out Bills. Everyone should be terrified of them. They probably are the best team in the league right now.
100%.
With that being said, Newt, we got our games of the week coming up here, baby. What you got for me? You got a good one.
Wait, what's your disappointment? Wait, what's your surprise? Wait, disappointment or surprise? Did you already say
Oh,
that?
yeah, thank you for keeping me on tier. I've done that to you before as well. I had your back, you had my back. That's what a beautiful partnership does. I appreciate you, baby. My disappointment was my New York Jets. My New York Jets finally won a game. My Titans theory was proved. Hey, tell your boy to call. I'm still waiting on that call. Is he scared? Does he understand that I was right now?
I haven't given you his number. I'm sparing him this conversation.
He said he wanted to talk to me, did he not?
I'll give him your number.
Give him my number.
He can deal with you.
And he can call and say, Joe, you were correct. Congratulations. Ryan Tannehill is a plug-in QB to the system.
Are we talking about the Jets? Or are we talking about the Titans?
Oh, we didn't get to say that last week. I didn't get to say that last week due to my emergency. So this week I am just making that clear. That was going to be a big point of mine last week.
You talked to him about it. I'm not talking. I said my piece about the Titans. I'm not
Tannehill plug-in quarterback, super below average team.
No. You talked to him about it. I'm done.
Disappointments. Jets let me down as well. My New York Jets, I was hoping for a win streak here. I had them money line. This Zach Wilson, best quarterback in the league. You look at the constant irony and hypocrisy I have on this show. Just kidding. I did not just admit that. But with that being said, Zach Wilson, best quarterback in the league. Just finally figuring out how to move this Jets defense along. Robert Salman, you got your team going. You got your team starting to believe. I love what I'm seeing over there in the New York Jets. Newt, how'd you like this game, baby? You get up bright and early?
Yeah, of course. I'm doing it I'm going to do it this week for the Jags and the Dolphins. So I'm going to do it until they tell me to stop. So
another must watch. Yeah.
The biggest thing from the game was the Jets are still far away from where they want to be, but they have the right pieces in place. Zach Wilson will figure it out. I 100% believe that. But the biggest story of this game was Kyle Pitts' emergence into the NFL. People said this was going to be a breakout game. If he doesn't break out, then there's something wrong. Thank God he broke out, because now we could probably put him up there as he maybe tamper expectations this year, but next year you could be like, maybe he could be that guy that could be up there with Kelsey, Waller, Andrews. And then you could be like, okay, I'm cool with him.
No one mentions Kittle in that name anymore either, unfortunately.
We're not talking about Kittle. Until I see something. He needs to be fully healthy. I just think this guy is a fucking truck and wants to just go without gas. He needs to rest, get some tires changed, get some oils, get some going.
Learn how to relax,
man. Relax. He's pushing my button just a little bit because he's a little out of control. But anyway, so.
He's a wild man. You gotta salute him for it. Wild.
That being said, Pitts, congratulations to the emergence of one guy to what started a trend in the NFL. My game of the week was the Bengals and the Packers. Now,
who's what? I know you. You have Packers money line too? You have Packers money line too?
Oh, no,
I know you did.
I had Devontae Adams in my fantasy team, in a lot. So thank you, Devontae Adams.
Okay.
Which he solidified, by the way, as being the best wide receiver in this game right now. I don't want to hear any more jokes. I don't want to hear anything. DeAndre Hopkins, I love you. Julio, you're old. Who else is up there?
Diggs, you're not quite tall enough.
Diggs. Devontae fucking Adams. Put respect where the name is. I don't care who he's playing with. Aaron Rodgers, whatever. Devontae Adams is a beast. Aaron Rodgers.
Cooper Kupp, we have to mention Cooper Kupp.
Aaron Rodgers, I love you at this point. But if you blue ball me, if you do this, I might not like you at the end. So I'm going to like you for the time being. So whatever. Aaron Jones is a monster. Let him loose. The defense sucks dick. But really, what made this the game of the week was what Burrow did. Burrow went against he was a home dog. The Packers are clearly better than the Bengals. But that didn't waver him. Him and the Bengals went toe-to-toe with them, kept going. They could have won the game, which will be my last part of this whole fucking thing, this whole debacle. But Joe Burrow went in, he did well. He played his heart out, which I believe makes him, he's getting to a point where we need to start recognizing him as one of the better young quarterbacks in the NFL. That if he has better weapons, if he had a better offensive line, the Bengals could be dangerous. The Bengals are dangerous now, but like they could be up there with the Bills. They could be up there with the Chiefs and the Chargers, and we could be talking about them like that. Burrow showed a lot of moxie, and Aaron Rodgers showed why he is the best, one of the best of all time. And that's why I love this game. Now, so the reason why this game went so fucking far is because the kickers suck.
Quick side note, too, before we get lost in that whole entanglement, is, I mean, for you, and I think it should tell me what you think, but I think for a lot of people, and he already was in my book, but did this affirm long-term franchise quarterback for you this game? Or were you feeling that way about you?
It was confirmed a long time. I think
for a lot of people this week, it solidified it. For more outside NFL fans, it got solidified.
Yes. I think if you're a Bengals fan, you're happy with who you have at quarterback. You're happy who you have at running back, Joe Mixon. You're happy with the emergence of Jamar Chase. Sorry, I forgot to name Jamar Chase. The guy played tiddlywinks with everybody. Can't catch a ball, can't do this. Motherfucker's breaking records. Like,
to everybody in my league that was laughing at me and made comments like, "Oh, you probably heard Joey say that on his podcast," and da da da. I remember those comments. I will hold ill will against those comments. I am very much a revenge man. I will be popping a bottle when I win our league in all your faces. Do not forget that Joey said Jamar Chase is great, and he's doing great, and I will remember those that doubt it.
So, and for the kickers, you guys suck. You should all be cut. I don't know what happened this week, but Jesus Christ. To that kicker for the Bengals, you shouldn't have gone back to the locker room. Just walk out of the stadium with your clothes on. Mason Crosby, I don't know why you get these chances all the fucking time. Fuck you. That makes no fucking sense. It was a great game other than that. Fuck the kickers. Whatever I saw this week was just terrible kicking-wise.
Evan McPherson.
No, I know who he is. I'm just saying, fuck him. I'm saying, fuck all of them.
Yeah, like, listen, I mean, first of all, the New York Times wrote about this, Nudie. New York Times literally wrote about this, and if you were a degenerate gambler, I don't care whether you had Bengals money line, well, you probably feel two different ways versus Bengals money line and Packers money line, obviously, but talk about, like, the ultimate gambler's high, the ultimate gambler's heart wrench, the ultimate gambler's dilemma. Nude, I was all over the place on Sunday with this going on. You have Mason Crosby, who's arguably one of the best kickers in the league, missing two that he never misses. Evan McPherson, I don't know how you got your job in the first place. I only said his name, Nude, because I'm not sure if anybody really knows his name. I didn't know he existed. I definitely didn't know the Bengals kicker's name before this.
Rookie kicker.
Rookie cookie kicker. Definitely should probably be cut. Definitely should be cut. The cookie is crumbling in a terrible way. Let me tell you right now, I was an emotional roller coaster as I usually am watching this game. It was fucking nuts.
It's unbelievable what this game brought in the sense of a young up-and-coming gunslinger. That's me from burping. Young and upcoming gunslinger, and the old head that everybody says is one of the greatest of all time. So I just like seeing that. That was great. I'm glad that he went toe-to-toe with Rodgers, and it just sucks that the kickers overshadowed that. So, and two of the best wide receiver performances in the league this year with Jamar Chase and Devontae Adams.
Yep. I agree with Jamar Chase being probably the best wide receiver I think they'll end up coming out of this rookie class, in my opinion.
Rookie, yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. With that being said, man, I will go as far as to say this. I mean, this has been a way better season than obviously the COVID weirdness, fever dream of last year. And I would argue, but even in 2019, it was kind of a down season. If you remember that, that it was just felt very blah. This season has come back with a fucking bang, and Chargers and Browns were no exception. Just talk about the gambler's dilemma, talk about heart-wrenching, talk about throwing yourself all over the place. This game was another great example of that.
Fuck. Holy fuck this game.
By the way, if it's a Chargers game, if it is a Browns game, you are betting the over for the rest of the season.
I don't care who they're playing.
Yep.
I think they play the Patriots the week after, so
still bet the over. I don't care. Bet that fucking over.
What I said about Joe Burrow for Herbert 10 times.
Yes.
Herbert is the best young quarterback, not named Kyler Murray, right now. I don't know. Like, this dude is making throws that are perfect. Like, Joey, if I have a quarterback and I'm coaching, I'm putting on Herbert film. That guy was throwing balls like a young Peyton. Like,
I'm not saying better than Kyler Murray, but I'm saying he definitely deserves to be, if not on the same level, definitely in the same conversation. I would argue, in my opinion, they are on the same level. I understand Kyler has another extra year under his belt, but it's just been, I haven't seen QB play this fucking good, maybe ever, man. These are, like you said, these are like the throws he makes are Tom Brady Manning throws at their absolute peak. Like it's with a touch of like Russell Wilson drop ball in there. It's just literally the most mesmerizing, captivating thing I have seen in a long, long time. And hey, you know what? Also, we'd be remiss if we didn't give a shout out. Dave Njoku, great job. You finally had your breakout game in the year where normally tight ends do break out in that third golden year, that kind of little golden pocket where it seems.
Yeah, but it's his 5th year, so it's like he finally was like, maybe if I want to stay on this team who has a chance to be a playoff team, maybe I need to do something.
You're right. That's the hunger talking. So yeah, 5th year. But so is maybe Njoku finally going to uphold that? I certainly hope he does. He has always had the potential to, so I hope his head's in the right space and he kind of figures out how he needs to have his work ethic apply in the league. I think that's always been his struggle. As always, Kareem Hunt and Chubb doing their thing, but it wasn't enough. Herbert, again, just shocking the world. And he is probably my favorite player to watch right now.
I love him. I mean, credit, like, he's one of the quarterbacks that I targeted in fantasy this year, just because people, like, it was a gamble. I hate to say it was a gamble. I mean, like, not saying on Herbert, but like a new coaching staff, this, and third.
Yeah.
But he's a good guy. A good guy. He's a good player.
And another guy that you could argue was a gamble, I think he was more of a certified lock, but a lot of people called him as a gamble, was Austin Eckler because of the injury issues from last year. He
became awesome Eckler now. Like, and like, everybody's
he's back to awesome Eckler, yeah.
He's back to awesome Eckler. Everybody was worried that his goal line carries would go down. I mean, it's hard to get goal line carries when you're running it from 50 yards out anyway. So, big credit to him.
Huge credit to him, man. It was fucking beautiful. Beautiful week 6. I thought that was our week 5, excuse me. I thought that was the best week yet so far that we've seen. It was just awesome football around. I was on the edge of my seat the whole fucking all of Sunday. And with that being said, let's turn our eyes towards week 6, Nude. Let's get everybody ready. Let's get the ammunition loaded. We've got games to win. You want to do gambling corner first? We're going to do gambling corner first. I was transitioning to fantasy, but let's go gambling corner.
I said fantasy corner, but you could do gambling. I don't care.
Let's go fantasy right where I was going. I thought you said gambling corner. With that being said, we're going to roll right along as beautifully as we do, baby boo. Let's help everybody win this week 6. There's lots of injuries going on. First week of buys, Nude. Next week, it looks like as well. We want to give you a little precaution, too. I know you want to tell the people. It's scary out there next week. Prepare yourselves this week. Get loaded up now, Nude. What you got? What you love? Break it down for us, baby.
All right. So, like we said at the beginning of the show, there was a lot of injuries. So we saw CEH go down. We saw we think Christian McCaffrey might be out again this week. You also are out without the Saints this week, so Alvin Kamara is gone. You have lost some of those players of the Falcons, like Cordell Patterson, Mike Davis, and next week is Buymageddon. Buymageddon, why? Because let me just name you a few teams: the Chargers, the Cowboys, the Steelers. All those teams have relevant players that you have drafted in the first 3 rounds, and you have to get players that you need to rely on, not this week but next week. So I'm going to start off with a player that will win you this week. He goes on a bye next week, but I think right now you got to give it to him. He's doing fine, and that's Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence is at least doing well enough to justify his pickup for this week against a team that will
He's
allow
making
him to
enough
throw
plays on
balls.
his feet as well with his arm to justify a streaming option. Yeah.
Exactly. He's playing against the Dolphins, who just got torched by Tom Brady. Not saying Tom Brady is a guy that you should put a barometer to, but like the Dolphins hasn't stopped a nosebleed, so why would they stop now? Running back, we did talk about CEH. Darrell
I love that
Williams
you
is up
just
for
got a
grabs.
wind measurement tool in there.
What?
Barometer.
Barometer, baby. So
That's
Darrell
damn
Williams.
right.
Darrell Williams is my pickup at running back. Obviously, he gets some of the goal line work even when CEH is there. So you should see a lot of the carries. Wide receiver Tim Patrick, still a target hog. Even with Cortland Sutton getting all the air yards, he was getting a lot of the underneath stuff. So PPR play right here. Now tight end Kyle Pitts is out. Who do you go with? Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry has taken over as the number one tight end for the New England Patriots due to target volume and his receptions. If you keep seeing him move like this, you'll get him, and he might actually go into that tier one tight end top kind of like realm if he keeps going like this. And
Potentially.
my defense, Colts. I mean, Colts play the Houston Texans. Enough said.
Yeah, I like all those picks a whole lot. Although I did think, I thought this segment was supposed to be, not on the radar. Waiver wire pickups, not the most obvious
I mean,
radar.
the only one was Williams. I mean, Hunter
I would
Henry. A
argue
lot of
Tim
people
Patrick.
won't pick him. I mean, I picked him up this week. Like I picked him
So
up
if
this
you're in a
morning. Like
deep
no,
league and those guys are obviously already gone, who's here you need to pick up this week that I'm going to go ahead and get you a dub? Sorry, dude, couldn't help you out. If you're maybe in a 3 or 4 person or a 4 or 6 person league, he just helped you there. But if you're not, like most of us aren't, nude, then go ahead and this week, I understand it. It was one game. I understand it is the Texans. I understand that majority of people do not know who the hell Chris Conley is or any other Texans wide receiver for that matter or any other Texans player for that matter. However, it is the worst. They are, I would argue they are worse than the Chiefs and the Washington football team. They will be determined at a later date, but probably not. The Colts are worse, a worse secondary, that is, than both those teams. They are god awful at that position. Again, that is partially why Lamar did have the day he had. Not hypocriting myself at all. Not at all. Not one bit. But yes, Davis Mills, go pick him up right now. He's owned in 1% of the leagues. I think he is due to have one more game like that. He's going to ride off the hot streak. After that, you should probably stray away. But I can't help myself, and you shouldn't be able to help yourself because it's the right move to do. Take Davis Mills, play him. He's going to get you at least 25 points. With that being said, next up, if you need a little bit of help and, Darrell Williams, who's most likely gone, then go ahead and get somebody who's not getting as much. Let's go a little bit, but not as much. And Khalil Herbert, it's clearly going to be a 50-50 split between him and Williams until Montgomery comes back. He got enough touches, enough play, and he definitely has a high-end touchdown potential. With that being said, also as well, a guy that was super hyped up coming into the season, kind of fell off a little bit, but very much like the quiet wide receiver Kyle Pitts, he's actually starting to break down to what we expect him to be. And seven targets last 2 weeks, nude. That is 7 targets in each game last 2 weeks, and that is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Listen, I understand nobody wants to touch this Lions defense or offense whatsoever. I get it. Unless your name is DeAndre Swift, but I'm telling you right now, maybe from time to time Hawkinson, but I'm telling you, this guy is going to continue to be targeted. He's going to continue to be looked after. Where the Syphilis train is dead, it's done. Go ahead and pick up Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's definitely available in most of your leagues. Njoku, here's my obvious pickup of the week. It is Njoku. I already kind of mentioned earlier on the show. Yeah, you're kind of tailing a hot week here, but it's something that I expect from this guy. It's clearly OBJ just doesn't know how to play football anymore. He's more worried, as he's always been, about the clout and the fame, so let him worry about that. I think Njoku is going to emerge as finally a reliable option over these next couple weeks. And then, yes, my biggest controversial pickup of the week, nude, very anti to what we said earlier, and that is the Chiefs. Here's why it is the Chiefs. I wholeheartedly believe Serson, who I mentioned earlier, the full safety for free safety, excuse me, for the Chiefs, is going to not only sit this week, but I believe that will finally make this defense what it needs to be, at least against, to be honest, a decent Washington football team name determined later date, but probably not offense, but nothing that I'm in love with. I think that a lot of people are going to obviously have written off that Chiefs defense, but if you're going to play them, and it's most of those elite defenses that are going to keep you in that spot are already taken. Panthers gone. Steelers are most likely gone, even though they haven't been having the best of weeks. So go ahead, get yourselves the Chiefs. I promise you'll not only look like a genius in your league, but you'll have those balls of steel that everybody needs in life, baby.
Right. All right. Now let's do. I mean, those were great pickups. I can't lie. Huh?
How'd you like my pickups, man? You're a little quiet during that segment.
I did. I mean, they were good. I'm just listening to your reasoning because I mean, Mills. If you have to start Mills, Jesus, like you must have lost all your core. It's not looking good. But those are great pickups if you're in a pinch.
Hey, if you're in my league, you might be starting Mills. If you're in my league, that's
in our league, the one that we're in, I have to start. I think I'm starting Lawrence because Russell's out for so long. So I have to take my own advice. So let's go to the gambling corner. We'll go real quickly. Fire it up. We'll do over unders and then the spread, and then if we want to do one word, we'll do one word.
Yeah, let's just do one pick and one word, Nude. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start out that Thursday night game. And that Thursday night game is going to be the Rams. And I'm just waiting for it's going to be the Rams. And
No. Already fucking up.
Because the Bucks tricked everybody. Shut up. It's the Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles are obviously dogs here. Got me. The Eagles are dogs here. Plus 6.5. Over under is 52. Nude. Who you like? Who you love?
Give me the Buccaneers and give me the over. One word. Brady.
Give me the Bucks. Give me the over. No words needed. Nude already said it. Next game up: Miami Dolphins, Jacksonville Jaguars. My game of the week. My dumpster fire barn burner game of the week, as I always like to label it. I had the Dolphins are coming into Jacksonville -3. Favorite here. Over under is 47. Nude. Who you like? Who you love?
All right. I'm going to go against what I just said. Well, fuck it.
Let's be honest. At this point, guys, at least 2 or 3 times in the show, we're both going to go ahead and contradict ourselves. So you listen for the circus. You listen for the love.
All right. Listen. I'm going to preface this. Jags are going to win, but I'm taking the Fins +3 and the one word, London.
Okay. Love it. You're taking the Fins -3, you mean?
Favored?
They're favored.
Jags. All the way, Jags. Jags and under.
Jags money line and under. I'm also there. Jags money line and under. Jags money line and under.
Let's go. London, baby.
Starting off with 2 Nude and Joes on the same page. 2 Nudes and Joes on the same page. Our official overall record keeping will come next week. I apologize. I'm an unpaid intern, and I had a family situation. With that being said, next up is the Bengals going to the Detroit Lions. Over under is 47.5. The Lions are dogs here at +3.5, obviously. Give me the Bengals. Give me the over here. Give me the Bengals. -3.5. Give me the over here. Nude. Who you like? Who you love?
What's it called? Give me the Bengals and give me the under.
Okay, yeah, we're avoiding a third Nude and Joe on the same page there. I can tell we're kind of similar in our thinking this week with how the games are going to go. Packers, Bears, -4.5. The Packers are going to Chicago. Over under 44.5. Nude, who you like? Who you love?
Give me the Packers and give me the over.
Give me the Packers. Give me the over. Go ahead and give me the Packers and give me the over. I'm sorry, I got to do it. That is going to be, you know what? Give me the Packers. Give me the under. Give me the under here. Give me the under. Bears don't put up any points. Give me the Packers cover. Give me the under. Next game, we're avoiding that fourth Nude and Joe on the same page. Next game, Houston Texans going to see the Indianapolis Colts. Colts obviously are favored at -9.5 here. Over under is 43. Nude, who you like, who you love?
Give me the under. And then give me the underdog, baby. We're going underdogs this week. Let's go, baby.
And what will be the official fourth? Nude and Joe on the same page, and my official dog of the week is the Houston Texans. Davis Mills, go have a fucking day, baby. Go have a fucking day. That is my dog of the week. By the way, we didn't do last week, but the week before that, I did give you Jets on my dog of the week, and that did hit. I did give you Jets. That did hit. Going on. Chiefs going to the Washington football team and Wheeler, but probably not. Chiefs are favored here by 65 points. Over under is 55.5. Nude, who you love?
I hate to do it to you, buddy, but I'm gonna do the Chiefs, and I'm gonna do
I'm taking the Chiefs to cover that 65 too, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm going ahead, and again, if I haven't already isolated the rest of the Washington football team fan base, here I go. We're gonna go ahead, and I'm taking the Chiefs minus 65. Cover that and over. Both these defenses are god awful. With that being said, moving right along, Chargers are going to Baltimore. This is truly, I believe, the game of the week. Over all day. Who cares what it
Chargers.
is? It can be 100.
I know you're picking the Ravens and Chargers. Okay. Next.
Beautiful. Next, they're minus 2.5. Ravens are favored because they are playing at home. All right, moving right along. Another just easy pick here. Hopefully, should be. See, this is kind of the tricky week though, because you always have one of those weeks in the NFL where everything just you get blown up on everything and it just doesn't make any sense whatsoever from the past 5 weeks that we've seen. This could be that potential type of game here. I think the world would be shocked. Or just this potential type of week. But this should be pretty easy, I think. Los Angeles Rams going to the New York Giants, minus 10. The Rams obviously are. Over under is 48. Nude, I don't like your face as I'm talking about this game. You're making me nervous. I have Rams minus 10 in the... That's also kind of a gross pick. I don't like it for some reason. I have a weird feeling. Something's scaring me against it. Rams minus 10. Over.
Under. Rams minus 10.
You know what?
Don't do it. You're gonna do it the other way because
I wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be me if I didn't do this. Go ahead, give me Giants plus 10. Giants plus 10. I haven't lost my fucking marbles. Giants plus 10.
No,
Vikings versus Carolina Panthers. The Vikings are marching on down to Carolina, where they will be dogs. Plus 1. Over under 46. Nude, who you like, who you love.
Outright. And the over.
One more time.
Vikings outright and the over.
I love the Panthers getting alternative spread right now. Panthers by 7. Take that right now. Panthers minus 6.5. Take it right now. That is the Joe show. Again, I'm buying homes here. I'm paying off mortgages. Go right now. Take the alternative spread. Panthers minus 7. Add the Jets in that parlay, obviously. Over under is going to go ahead, and that's an under game this week, dude. I think it's the Vikings defense has one of those, or offense has one of those weeks where they just get shut down by this Panthers defense, which everybody still wants to sleep on. Next up, we have the Cardinals versus the Cleveland Browns in another fucking great game of the week. We already said it.
We said it. I don't know if you're going to go Browns, but we said the over. Anytime you see the Browns over, and I'm going the Cardinals.
Or the Cardinals, yeah. So we're going over. That's 49.5. Minus 3, the Browns are. I'm also going Cardinals here. Actually, yeah, Nude and Joe on the same page. We'll just move right along. Yeah, with that being said, next up
Don't worry. I know what game we're not going to be on the same page on. So
we've only had 5. Nude and Joe on the same page. There's only 5. Dallas Cowboys going to see the New England Patriots. Minus 3.5 here. Over under is 51. I'm going to go ahead and take the Patriots money line and the under. Nude, who you like, who you love?
Dallas. This was the one I figured. Dallas and the under. Yep.
And another dog of the week. I always give out 2 dogs of the week. There you got them. Next up, we have the and Shambles. Are they going to be literally on fire after Denver on Sunday? Las Vegas Raiders going to see the Denver Broncos. Under and Broncos?
Broncos and under.
Beautiful.
Under. It's going to hit.
I'm going to go ahead. I'm going over here. I think they Raiders pick up a little bit of a game, but I'm taking Broncos as well. Next game. Are you ready?
I'm not picking.
I
And the
we
last
do
time
this every
you
week.
did it. You didn't pick yours last time. I'm not picking.
I did. I
You
100%
said,
did.
it's gonna be a tie. It's gonna be a tie.
Yeah, that was a pick, bro.
I'll do the tie shit too and give me the over.
Okay, as we said before, if you do pull up the tie, I believe you said it was 10 points or something.
I don't give a fuck. I just
Okay,
don't want to
great.
pick.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm picking Hawks money line. Actually, I'll just take Hawks +5, and I'll take the over at 42.5.
Of course you will. Of course you will. Go to Monday night, bitch.
Who do you think's gonna win the game?
I don't give a fuck who wins the game.
Bitch.
Go next game.
Yeah.
Bills over. That's our show. Face of the franchise. And thank you so much for coming. Joey's also on the Bills. He is also on the Bills and the over. We like to thank our sponsors. Stack Up Clothing, what Joey's wearing right now. Find us clothing. Money can go. Finest clothing money could buy. Follow him on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Look him up. They have new clothing lines and new clothing products. Please look it up, as well as Seductions by Jax. Get your hair done, get your nails done, get everything done by this woman. She's the best in the business. Go on IG, book her up. She is getting booked up fast, as well as Eyesight Mobile Eyewear Company, the eyewear company that comes to you and helps you with all your eyewear needs. Follow them on IG, Twitter, Facebook, and it's Eyesight with an I, as well as this episode is brought to you by smoothmyballs.com. Go use 4CR20 as a promo code. That's number 4CR, the number 20, to get money off your next purchase. I am your host, Michael the Pharaoh Shanuti. That is Lil Joe Ooh. Stay breezy, stay easy. One love.
Go Hawks, report Ben Roethlisberger.
Fuck you.